Hi, my name is Noor and this is Simplify Homeschool. So in this video, I'm sharing our nature basket. This is a collection of all the things we have collected in the last few years. I mean, the best things that we have collected in the last few years. And I will go into that, but before I do that, I want to show you something else. This is another area where we have saved some stones that we painted, and milkweed seed and bur oak acorn and lots of other things. My younger son is a collector, so anytime we go anywhere he has to pick up things and bring them back home. And the older one also did it, but it was more of not as enthusiastic as the other one, but he somehow always finds the most unique things. Like most of the unique things in this basket have been collected by my older one, so they are good at this. And I will go into the inside of that basket in a minute, but let me show you some of our other nature study materials. Now that stuff over there is our blank journals in which we do our nature drawings and paintings and anything that comes to mind, and some field guides. And here is our reference material, which is basically local field guides and for flowers, for trees, for animals, and also my favorite book for nature study activities by Joseph Connell. It's a famous book, The Sharing Nature. I will do a detailed video on that. If anybody is looking to do nature study, they should have some of these materials. The S.C. Proctor, the Anna Comstock nature study book. These books are phenomenal. They are filled with resources, information, and on top of that, over here in this little thing, what I have is the binoculars, 2 binoculars for my boys, which we use when we go out, or then magnifying glasses. There's some small magnifying glasses and things like that. So, and behind that, I think you can see we have a little collection of different kinds of rocks. I have like all kinds of rocks that we could find, like marble. This was actually from a piece of a trophy. Then other kinds of rocks that we have collected over a period of time. There's a ton of them inside. And I don't really want to take them out right now because we are getting late for a hike. So I won't make this video too long. Now quickly taking back to the nature basket. So I pulled down the basket and I'll quickly go over the things they have collected over a period of time. This is, I forgot. This is, I think, probably from an evergreen, but probably a pine or something. This is actually a root of a tree which came up, and my older son found this, and it's very beautiful. I actually display some of these things on my dining table, and the kids love it. And honestly, over the years, I have been putting them in different kinds of boxes, and especially in the last 2-3 years when we were moving and we were in temporary housing, we were waiting for our house to get built. It was really kept in like plastic containers, and really like it wasn't like so well kept. But the moment I set up my classroom, I opened them and now they are on display again. So acorns, this is what my son found. This is, again, look at this piece, it's so beautiful. This is again my older one's find. He always finds some unique things. We have different kinds of rocks here, and this is the coolest thing. This is actually snake skin. When the snake, they shed the skin, and they found this, and I accidentally broke it. So now it stays in a Ziploc because I kept it just directly, and one day I just accidentally broke it. So it's beautiful. You can see the scales. It's really nice. So it must have been a small snake, and I don't know how to identify based on the scales and the skin, but that's another thing. And then we have several kinds of rocks and acorns, and I don't even know if I want to go into the details of what kind these are. I mean, whenever we find something, we go and look at our tree guides or look for the seeds, like and we open it up and try to identify. And this is more like a collection, and I don't really. This is just more for fun. And this is a bur oak acorn. I don't know if it's audible in the video, but you can hear it. And this is a milkweed seed. We had done a library program, I think 4 years ago or 5 years ago in Pennsylvania, and they had given us a milkweed seed because the monarchs are reducing in numbers and they mainly feed on milkweed leaves. So that was another thing. I have tons of other things. Look at this seed, and see how it opened up like that. That is so interesting. And this is probably from some kind of evergreen. I can't remember now, but I remember that this was from one of the evergreens, and how it cracks open and it just kind of lifts up like that, so that the seeds are exposed and they can come out. And a lot of these things depend on the moisture in the air. And so this is all the interesting stuff that we collect. See, I don't know if I will be able to see that, do justice to this, but it's amazing how beautiful nature is. I have some other things that I really wanted to show, but I'm running out of time, so I'll stop right here. But there's just endless possibilities, like letting the kids enjoy the nature, letting them collect. It brings out a different side of them. They feel a joy. I do nature study for several reasons, and I will make a detailed video on the reasons why I do nature study, which is mostly Charlotte Mason inspired, and also what resources I use for nature study. So I hope this gave you some ideas how you can encourage your children to collect stuff on the nature walks or hikes. They really start to connect with the nature. When we started doing it, it took like some time for them to start enjoying this. Like my older son is very technology inclined, like he loves machines and stuff. Not technology in the sense screen time, but more of like exploring machines and building things. But I had to make a lot of effort for him to enjoy nature study because I know the benefits. But these walks and having them collect things was really helpful, because they would collect stuff and then come back home and talk about it, or I would have them explain to me, and a lot of things inspired from the Charlotte Mason's home education book. I would do those, and they have really helped. I will make a detailed video on how to do nature study, and hopefully that will also give you some ideas on how you can do it with your family. Thank you for watching.